And here we are. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good myself. Do our quick audio check, and we will be back in. So we didn't stream on Monday because it was a holiday and we were spending time with the family. Um, Taking some time off, which is always good. Family always got to come first. Um, Sounds a little weird, but wait until I see if I move my microphone. Oh, that sounds so much better. All right, we'll put this over here now. We don't need that, and we'll turn this all the way down so we don't have any extra crazy stuff. Bam. Here we go. Yeah, so we were playing, just not streaming. Got some good clips for some craziness, some silly things that have occurred. Mrs. Rabbit is not here, so expect the animals to be jumping in. She is currently a little upset with me because the cat that you keep seeing jumping up here and talking to me and giving me a little shoulder massage every so often, that is actually her cat. And the fact that he is responding more to me than someone else is causing some friction, guys. Not really, but it is. You know, it's one of those things where it is, but it isn't. Anywho. I guess I mean, it's sad, but I guess I gotta start being mean to him, right? Spitting at him and stuff. He'll leave me alone, but I've got my buddy. He was not feeling well this weekend. He had a little bit of tummy problems, and it was, it's time, but he seems to be right back into the swing of all things. He's getting older, folks. It's not gonna be long before we have a very somber stream. But we'll not talk about that. We'll talk about way more fun things. Like it's Wednesday, and we got to check the base, make sure things are staying running. As you can hear in the event, it's still going on. So this kind of concerns me. If you could see that out there through the window, I'll go down in the lower hangar, the vehicle hangar. You can see it much better. Some of these ships drop in awful damn close. I'm not too thrilled about that. And seeing that, you would think, you're like, oh, that's cool. You know, you just go right out there and grab it real quick. You could do it on one of the sand bikes. But the general rule of thumb that I've seen from people is that if the ship is on fire... So, okay, a ship crashes, and you see it crashing. Boom, it hits the ground. And then the flames are there. And then eventually those flames will go out. So what you're looking at basically is kind of like a visual timer on when this ship is going to get eaten by Shai Halud, by our wonderful worm friends. So when you look at this, this thing just crashed a minute or two ago. But when you look at this, you see this, you'd be like, oh, I can see the flames. That's awesome. I'm safe to go get it. And I saw one of those the other night. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Let me grab the sand bike and test it out and see what I can do. And I got on the sand bike and I just pulled around the corner here to go out there and look at it with the flames burning. The worm was eating it. So that's a lie. With this event, you have to collect these things. All of these chom cargo, and you trade them into the vendor guy in order to get unlocks. And there's more of them out there in that ship than you will find in one of the many turrets that are around here. But these ships have caused chaos in Hagga Rift. I'm almost scared to do anything on the ground while this is going on. Plus, it's just freaking annoying, dude, all of this sounds. So I have stayed away from the ships for the most part. Mainly because you look at the forums and Reddit and all these other things, and you see a ton of videos and comments and things about people losing their stuff because of a worm breach or a worm eating it with no warning. I value my stuff far too much to risk it for a couple chom packages. I'll get them from turrets where it's safe. Does that make me weak? No, it just makes me safe. if they didn't give you the whole 10 days thing in order to do this, then maybe I'd be a little more risky with my attitude. But for right now, no. So we're going to see, like I said, that dropped about 2 minutes, maybe a minute to 2 minutes before we started. We'll keep an eye on it and see if the flames go out before it gets eaten, or if it happens much sooner. Who knows? But yeah, I actually watched one. I think I got the footage of it get eaten while it still had the flames on it. So I don't trust anything. But let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns, right? First thing we got to do is get up there on the roof, check our machinery. After a long week of production after production after production, our water resources were terrible. But as you can see, we've, almost completely. He's eating it now, isn't he? I hear him out there. Let's see real quick. But yeah, as you can see, our water resources have rebuilt. There's another one over there burning. There's another one over there. When the flames are out, you're safe. If the flames are on there, then it's okay. Look, no. Screw this guy. Screw that. He's got 3 choices. And he took that one, and I knew that one hadn't been there the whole time. And you saw the flames on it, too, so... No. Thank you, Shai Halud, for proving the point. Anywho, we're checking our roof. Yes, I will go over this. We did make a change to the roof. As you can see, we made it a little bit bigger, and I put my little insets, whatever you want to call them. Always like those. Made landing so much easier. I'll tell you why in just a second, but like I said, we got to check. 71%, 2 weeks, I'll take it. They should all be the same. Good. How about you? These guys have 25 days worth of power. Alright. Yeah, 25 days. So Saturday we'll probably refill them back up to the 100. Oh, look what shut down. Oh, we're horrible people. I got 5 days on that. This one's probably down too, isn't it? For shame. But we had filters already made. So, alright, we got our water back on. Good thing we haven't been doing a lot of production. 25 days. That's why it's always important. Twice a week. Get up here and check this stuff. And these guys should be good. Another 14. 14. Do I have 2 over on that side? Yeah, okay. Alright, so roof's in good shape. We'll be generating some more water. I'll probably have to make a couple more filters. And we've also got to check on the monastery base, which is over there in Shoal, to see how that one's doing. We are making a whole lot of use out of that base nowadays. So let's go take a look over there and see what we got. I have gotten to the point where it is the constant struggle of keeping these wings on. Once I fully repair them, the best I get is like 50%. So we are over the halfway mark. So, you know, a shade of orange seems to be the best I can do with these wings. Now, because I'm running around Hagga, and I don't really have to worry about getting shot at all that much, or getting ambushed, I'm fine with letting them get a little chintzy. I am not going to let them get once they hit about 25%. We're in the radiation. What an idiot. Once they get around 25%, we're going to take them off, replace them. I actually have already got wings that I made, and they're just sitting there waiting to be used, so that's good. It's always good to plan ahead. Boy, is that a death trap. Look at that crap. gonna say, can we get out of the radiation before we die, please? Normally what I've been doing is I carry a radiation suit with me, so I just fly straight across, but I don't want to get it switched. Look at that. There's some spice. After last week, and I'm sorry, the week before, with our deep desert buggy runs, we came out real good. We have like the medium box. Oh, you bastard. Nope, I guess he's going after that ship right there. Let's see if he eats it. Because, you know, you stand there and watch like a zebra or an antelope on the Serengeti, you know. Just watch the destruction. There he goes. Oop. Wow. It shook all the way up here? Okay. Alright. Gotta take in the sights, you know? Ah. So we made, I don't know if I went over them, we made some changes here. We added an extra story to this base because we had been flying our assault into it and it was just clanging and banging, so it sucked. So we made this a little taller. We had to make the other part of the roof a little bit taller. And we have 4 water units on this bad boy. So, you know, we need a lot of filters here, but we are completely full, which is great. Let's get up there on that roof, take a look, see what we got. I should have filters here already. Well, we got at least 1 unit down. We ain't got no filters, folks. The horror. Still got a day there, which is okay. We got a day and almost 2 and 18 hours, so under a day. So we need to get some filters made. One of the extra machines that I decided to put in here is this one right here. Specifically so that we could make filters. However, we don't have any spice here. And it looks like we're a little low on silicone blocks as well. So, But we're going to have to leave that unit down for right now until we get back to the main base. I think I've got some filters there. Hopefully. Hopefully I do. You know what? We got to check the power units too. They should be great. And I know I've got some industrial grade lube here for them. So that'll be okay. But these guys were full, so yeah, we're at 28 days. We got almost a month, and they should all be the same. Yep, and yep. Okay, so we got 1 water trap down, 1 almost going down, but we're doing all right for right now. We did have a bunch of filters here, but we decided that I mentioned it kind of a second ago that we decided to go ahead and make another deep desert base. I gotta say we're using it now, so we're starting to go through the supply, but we came out of 2 weeks ago with a huge amount of plastanium. Huge. And could be happier. But we still need more duraluminum. And I have found that the 2 places to get aluminum is either to go up into the shield wall here and drive my buggy around all over the place up there, or the one I found is a little bit better is going out in the deep desert. There's tons of aluminum in A row, in the row A, so you know we'll grab it there and we'll process it into ingots out there and then bring it here, mix it with the jasmium duraluminum for days. So there we go. That's what we've been doing. Our deep desert little base is not completely set to go, though. We are still missing that guy right there. I need to be able to turn strontium fiber or masses into the little fiber things. But so that's where we stand. So, and I ended up taking the filters from this one, from this base, out into the deep desert base, and that's why we have none out here right now. We basically need spice. That is our weak point now. We need spice, and we need more spice, and even some more spice. So we are going to grab this little patch here since we're flying past it, and this makes me not happy. The reason I say that is because, of course, grabbing spice, you know, when you're... Oh, we're in the radiation. Let's not do that while we're yapping. Getting spice is dangerous enough. It's easily controllable once you get the patterns down. But now we've got this chome ship. I got one here, too. The reason I don't like this one is because the worm's going to spawn somewhere around it, and then he goes under and comes up. Well, that is a little close. So I don't need a worm to destroy this ship by spawning where I'm going to be. And you notice the flames are out, which we now know doesn't make a bit of difference. But we can't eliminate all the risk, can we? So let's just hope that our squiggle doesn't let us go, or let us down. And you see if we can pull all this spice up. Okay, so far so good. Looks like we're going after another one that way, huh? I think it's so funny that, like, I'm wearing a radiation suit, so it's protecting me, but this spice is still kind of nasty. Alright, no, we got company. Over there somewhere. Easy there, big fella. Easy. I don't like being in their line, like when they're moving, because if they do decide to glitchy and go airborne, you're right there. Also, sometimes they, for whatever reason, they'll pop themselves out of, the ground, and now touching any part of the worm is death. So, yeah, I was gonna say, that need to go away. Okay. Oh, wow. I don't know what happened there, but I don't like it. I'm just gonna shoot my cutter array on the ground for no reason. It's always fun. Doesn't cause problems, does it? A little bit extra spice here. Every bit counts. And I think this will do it, eh? You have to be careful. Shoal is a good place, at least for me. Not a lot of people on my server, and very few of them come out this far. So I end up pretty much having free reign whenever I'm in Shoal, which is pretty good. It's good. Alright, so we got that big amount. Let's go ahead and transition that over to here. 584, I'll take it. Buckets. Alright, where was that other bloom? You don't have to worry about these things. They might spin you, but they don't damage you. The rockets they're shooting. I don't know why, but... Hello? Spice bloom. Y'all saw it too, right? Oh, is that it over there? That's it over there. Got ships everywhere. We got a ship right beside it. There's a worm. It's just great. Oh, did you grab it? Hello, friend. Where are you going? Did he get the spice or did he get the... What did he do? Did he not care? It looked like he was down there. I mean, if he was, I hope he got it. Okay, so see this? This is one of those special moments where... I don't know who's activating the squiggle there. Somewhere there's a worm that's upset. This guy's just going to run around in circles. So, you know what? I need spice, but this might be a little too hot. Maybe if, we'll give it a second. If that ship gets taken, then maybe we'll risk it, but otherwise, no. Yeah, he's good. But he's alright. Hello, friend. Tell you what. That is all yours if you want it. We have something else we have to go do. So, last week we were doing a whole bunch of Landsraad stuff. And now it's time some of these smaller houses paid the piper. What is going on in the world today, man? So, what we do is, let's get up high enough to where we definitely don't have to worry about it. You would think 500 would be more than enough, but apparently it's not. Okay. We'll go to 600 and hover. Bingo. So when you look in the map, and what you're looking for, actually we could see one, is this right here. Once you've found a house representative, and it's like a little campfire, there'll be like a little hologram thing, a couple people just standing around for no reason. But once you find them, they stay on your map. They don't change, so you don't have to worry about the resets or anything like that. So this is one of the houses that we have to visit, Wydris. So they are right down here. We have to be careful because that is a PvP zone. That little ship right there, there's some evil Harkonens in there. But the house rep is not in the PvP section. And you're going to see a down thopter, and right there you see the campfire and the little hologram. So that's what we're looking for. So we're going to drop down here. Fall off all this stuff. Always need plant fibers, and let's put on our fancy clothes. We don't need to be scaring them with the creepy suit, right? There we go. Okay. And we also don't need to be running up with things in our hands. Alright, so we're going to go up and talk to this guy. These people. Hello, person.
Do you have business with me?
Now, normally you'll get the tell me about yourself, tell me about the house, and goodbye. But you see here, I'm here for my reward. So,
Wydris would never besmirch our impeccable reputation by failing to give proper recompense.
that means they're going to honor the deal. So, you don't have to click anything else. Just say goodbye, and boom, I got some improved Holtzman actuators. This one I think was for like sand flies or something, and I just happened to kill them through the course of just doing what I was doing. Do I need Holtzman actuators? I mean, yeah, eventually you use them for stuff, but they aren't the biggest thing in the world. But yeah, so that's what you got to do. You got to look for the house reps, and you just walk up to them, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we owe you stuff," and they give it to you, and everything's fine. So we've got a couple of them that we have to visit. Most of them are here in Hagga Basin. Most of them. There are some that are in the deep desert. There are some that are in Arakeen and Harko Village. So you do sometimes have to run about. Let's see. Tell you what, we got the space, so we're gonna go visit some of these people. Let's bring up the map. There is somebody near here that we have to see. Not Achieves, not Bernius. Harko. Arno. House Sore. There's one. That's who we gotta go see. We gotta go see Sore. What the hell is Arno? So let's go visit House Sore. They are some distance away, aren't they? Pretty fancy setup these folks have here. So if you'll remember, the big things we were going after were the armor sets. The Acaronian sets, the Syndicate, and also Pincushion. And we did pretty well. We just gotta keep track of what we have versus what we still need to get. And keep our eyes open. I think it's a crossroads. I don't think I have to visit anybody. Wait, what is that? Is that the anvil? Pinnacle Station. Sorry. Where in the hell is this person? Yeah, my map is going wrong, isn't it? So that's where we have to go. Good thing we checked. Been flying forever. Ooh, we came down quick. Came down a little quickly. Alright, let's see. Are you in here? That's the creepy guy.
Welcome back.
I don't know who that is.
Do you have business with me, your house, sir? I have no time for idle chatter.
Okay, so here's House Sore.
House Sore repays favors in kind.
Thank you. And there we got a pincushion helmet was our big thing going after that. We got the Starburst too, and that was one of the few that we completed all the way up to where we got the Swatch. It's just a cosmetic, and we don't worry too much about cosmetics, but we also, you get them at 14,000 points. Most of the stuff we were trying to get, there was quite a few things that were at the 10,500 point donations. And I'm like, dude, you know, we're that close. we're that close. So, the key thing here now is to just make sure we don't get the same thing twice. No point in getting up that high and then just to get another customization. But hold on 1 second. We got sword, and we got widers. Yeah, I wrote it down as to who and where I need to go. Let's see here. One of them is going to be... I've visited everybody, so they should show up on the maps, except there's one that we have to go to that's here in Hagga, in the Hagga Rift. And it's right around in this area somewhere. So we're going to have to go find them. But... it's Hagga Rift. Shark, no. Shield wall, no. Somebody in here. Where would they be? It's painful, I know. I think they're around in this area somewhere. Let's go check that out. I think it's one of the few that I don't have on my sheet, or on my list, my map. I'm gonna go out the wrong door. You're not gonna say anything about that, huh? Weather lady? Just gonna let that come on in. Guess we'll go in here. While we're in here, we need to get some water. And since there's a huge storm coming in, I guess this is... gonna miss us? I don't think it's gonna. Got quite a few little, oh, there's one we have to go visit. We got quite a bit of gray dots on the map. We still have a lot of checking out stuff. Oh, by the way, let's look at this. Look, I ended up completing everything in Hagga Basin South. That was when I had to go kill the scavengers down there for some of these rewards, and it got me about halfway to where I needed to be, as far as the point totals for the gear I wanted from that specific Landsraad task. So I had to go back and finish up the last little bit after we'd already got the 100% completion. But hey, that's pretty cool. It's a good start, I guess you would say. I think that's the first area I've gotten 100. Our home territory here, we're at 99. I can't for the life of me find that last camp. I don't know where it is. We'll that's going to be a whole quest one day. I'm going the wrong way again, I think. Am I? Oh my gosh. Look for the creepy guy, right? Yeah. I guess it wouldn't have mattered since I tucked her over here to try to keep the storm from killing her. While we're doing that, you know what? Let's take a quick look at these wings. So there you go. They are 50%. That's the best I can do on them now. So a certain shade of orange is always going to be where we are. That sandstorm really wreaks havoc on my my game. Everything else seems to be alright. Okay. Our journey continues. Cool idea for this guy up here. Hope you don't have any vehicles though, like sand or like a buggy or a bike, right? Just making sure. I don't trust the I don't trust the map anymore. Alright, so they should be somewhere around here. So we're looking for a campfire and a little projection. It could be up in the air too. Tell you what, let's get up here because there's some ledges. Just could ask the locals, right? Be like, hey, have you guys seen any Landsraad House representatives in this area? Are they on the map now? Look at you. So I saw the little symbol here, this little fist symbol on the map. Once I got close enough, it kind of opened up and unlocked. Hello, sir.
Keep those hands off your weapons. Don't know you. But if you can be of use to me or to House McCarroll, maybe we can be of use to you. Let it never be said that House McCarroll fails to pay kind for kind.
Just give me my stuff. So there we go. There's the Syndicate helmet. That was something we wanted. We gotta find somebody. Okay, it's good to know that we found that. There's somebody by one of these shipwrecks in here that I don't have yet. Which ship are you? Oh, there we go, Thorvald. That's the people we got to go visit. I passed by them, which is why they're gray, but I haven't actually stopped to say hi. So we got them, and then where are you? Not Mauritania. We don't need them. Harada. We don't need them. All right. Well, we'll just go see these people since we're pretty close here. They are tucked in there, aren't they? That'll work. Uh-oh. Hey, do we have fuel? Not much. Do we have fuel in the reserve? No, we don't. So we gotta be careful here, man. We can't be playing around. Might be, this might be the last ones we go see. The one that we really want to go see for the compact tour, unfortunately, is in Arakeen. So we got to take quite a bit of a journey to go do that. That map has got to be moving on us, no? Alright. Looks like we're going to actually have to go down into the rift. We'll take a quick look around the top. Like I said, there it is. So it shows up. So they're 280 something. This is awful conspicuous right here, isn't it? Where'd they go? It's a shame they don't give you like an up or a down. Let's actually go back this way and see if we come across them. I'm not sure if this is where they are. This might just be an entrance to the rift. Sorry. We'll check up here real quick. Looks like that's a negative, Ghost Rider. It's actually down in the rift. Alright, folks, we're going in. Kind of looking for some type of a little tunnel or a cave or something. Maybe you don't want to be right here. What's this? Nope. I guess we'll go further down. Okay, well, we can't really go any further down. It's H. H on the keyboard turns your headlights on and off. Fancy stuff, huh? Oh, well, I guess we'll just keep going down. Where are you guys? See you. No campfire, but at least they have a hologram. What are you guys doing down here?
That's close enough. State your business. One can't be too careful out here.
Well, dude, you're the one that's all the way down. So, well, actually, since we haven't talked to this person before, we'll go through the spiel. Hi, Theodric.
I gladly serve the Landsraad envoys of House Thorvald. Arrakis is a dangerous place, but my ambitions eclipse my fear. Like many in my family, I graduated with distinction from the War Academy on Appear. I've applied my strategic mind to matters outside the battlefield.
So, because of my character creation, I get, like, honorable things that I could say to them.
We like to think so. The school is run entirely by mentats who stress cunning and guile over brute force. My house wishes to survey the mining galleries here. Then I must thank Providence for my thorough and extensive military training.
Okay, dude.
All you need to know is, in the house words, the hammer of wealth. House Thorvald is synonymous with the precious alloys we smelt and refine. The alloys we produce are vital to the production of many spacecraft.
Ooh.
Appear is a planet of rolling hills and extensive mountain ranges. But I think our most remarkable feature is Highforge.
Highforge.
Our orbital refinery, designed to process materials mined from the Aperian asteroid belt. Built over the centuries, it has become so large as to be considered our unofficial moon.
Fancy. Give me my stuff.
Of course. You've more than earned it.
Well, thank you. Now we got those pincushion pants and the syndicate boots. So they wanted Hagga Basin South Scavengers dead. Don't know why, don't care, because I wanted a pair of pants. So, hooray. Alright, well, we're going to get out of Dodge, and we're going to go back to our home base, because we apparently are out of fuel cells. But you get the idea. Once you complete tasks for people, then all you gotta do is just find out where their representative is. You just go up, and it even works if your side didn't win. So it doesn't matter. If you did the deeds and got the points, you get the stuffs. I don't know if this stuff's worth it or not. I don't know. What are you doing down there, dude? This base falling apart? Nope, it's got power. Good on you. There were a couple bases along this ridge that were just deteriorating away. It's sad to see. This guy looks like he's keeping his stuff up, though. Does not look familiar, so might have ourselves a new player who recently showed up. That would be very recognizable. Place seen better days, huh? Boop, 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 boop. So I had quite a few neighbors back in the day. We had this guy over here, and he had a friend who was here. It looks like that is the only thing left of his base. This one, I think, is starting to look a little shoddy. Power's gone out here. He's got a broken bike. Can we land on there? That's the only door you got, buddy? I guess so. Alright. Well, we'll do that. Go up the stairs and we'll take a peek around. So let's see. Yes, I do have that on me. Walls are all critical. Everything's open. Your floors are perfect. Yeah, you're doing all right in here. All these boxes, who knows what's in them? Actually, I guess we should go see. Sometimes people, when they shut things down, yep, I got no access, which means somewhere around here there's a sub-peep. There it is. And it's probably going to be in perfect condition, right? Ah, look at that. It's perfect. So this will break, and then no, I don't think it's going to be exposed just yet. All of this stuff's going to get deteriorated. All his boxes will be destroyed before anything can be taken from it. These guys might survive, but the floor might go out from under them. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. Got your broken sand bike. Got a lot of machinery. Wow, how much ore were you making, bro? Wait. So these boxes are perfect, but as you can see, the floor is about to just go out. A lot of blood machines. Wonder what... This box got to be great. There's got to be something special about that to be sitting in the middle of the floor. Looks like his roof is going to give way, and then all of this stuff will start taking damage well before Mr. Subpeep is even remotely in danger. So this base will rot away until just the Subpeep is left and nothing to be taken from it. I used to have a neighbor who had a really big base here. I think he just moved because it just disappeared completely overnight. So I think he moved to northern area. And oh look, there's a ship coming down. Oh, look at this. So this base I've been watching just deteriorate away. And everything finally just destroyed. No access, can't do anything to it. Nothing in it anyway, it appears. Got your little buggy here. And I don't, oh, look at that. You got some iron ore and some weapon parts I can take. Do we need iron ore? And a gun, the artisan part. I guess we'll take it, right? Why not? We'll take a little bit. I'm not going to sit here and bounce between them. There was, you know... I guess I better get out of the sand here. What's that stuff over there? Do you see this? These fuel cells? Is that it? Calm down. Yep, I've been watching this base go away a little more week after week. Not what I wanted to do, but it's okay. Oh, how long is it going to take to collect all this iron ore that I really don't need? Guess we can't let things go to waste, right? It's not the way on Arrakis. Oh, these are all small amounts too. That's weird. I guess he was trying to maneuver it. I've done that myself sometimes, where you, it's like 332 is the magic number, huh? But yeah, I've done that before, where you're breaking it down to try to fit your last little bits. Like, you'll split it. And then it leaves partial amounts. Fun and exciting content here as I scavenge this last little bits. You know, it's funny, I've watched this place just deteriorating away. He had boxes everywhere. He had oh, sorry. He had different pieces of machinery, all sorts of stuff were over here. And now it's just all gone. Oops, sorry. At least we got some iron ore out of it. Yeah, okay, I guess. Well, I don't know who you were, sir. Why did it not? Oh, I think because it maxed out the amount. Okay, so, yeah. Storage is full. Really? Alright. I don't think we're going to come back for it, but... Yep, I watched that base deteriorate for weeks. I always thought maybe I'd be able to scavenge something from it. We made a side hangar over here, and this is where my combat assault ornithopter is being stored for right now. I don't use it often. I don't want to change it over. It's already loaded with rockets and everything. So that's where she stays. And the reason that we had to stop shooting at me, the reason we had to make the hangar bigger is because we have started to build something. We have started, you can see we had to extend it this far. what we're building. We are making our own carryall. The only two things that I haven't done in this game is build a carryall and fly it around, and I have not done a spice crawler. So we are doing that. Now, I chose to do the carryall first because there's rumors that in a future update, sound like craft. I think it was something. Anyway, they said I'm gonna listen for that. They said in future updates that they're going to make it so that there's a cargo unit that you can carry with a carryall. So making a deep desert base right now, I have to make 5 or 6 different trips, and it sucks. But if they end up doing that, then I can put everything I need in the carryall, make a single trip out, drop it there. Plus, someday we will make a carrier and a crawler combo unit, and once we do, we're going to take it out there into the deep desert. We're going to do some sand crawling. But for right now, yeah, it's a work in progress because it takes a lot. The spice melange is what's killing me. I guess that wasn't anybody. Where's my neighbor? Oh my. There's a guy who was right here. He was just here 2 days ago. And now it's completely gone. They must have moved, I'm hoping, because everything disappeared. It's like I'm one of the few in the Vermilius Gap here. I have thought about moving my base. It would take so long. Of course, if we get the carry-out container, excuse me, maybe it won't be so bad. Alright, so let's go drop off our salvaged items. I think iron is in here, right? Man. Doop. Oh, I guess I should have, There we go. Well, we got a bunch of iron. Actually, we got too much iron. Come over here. We'll turn this on. That should be fine. Let's make some, I guess we'll make some iron ingots. Doesn't take a lot of water. Just to create some space. And then that should give us enough room, maybe? Ooh, it's gonna be close. Oh no, I only had 86. Oh, here's my ore refining material status. So as you can see, we're pretty good. Now this, you know, is 1200 here of plastanium. Got a whole nother box of it. These guys we are still burning through with all the different units we've made and some of the gear and equipment. But yeah, we're in good shape. Starting to make things just to make them almost. That's definitely not good. Oh, that's gonna be too much money. Did that come out even? No, of course it didn't. Okay, so let's see. We're just gonna disperse this stuff where we're supposed to, and I've got a specific plan for some of these items here. How many weapons parts? Oh, 330, it's it. Oh, stop that. Put all of that stuff in here. Let's see. Where did that go? I hit it somewhere. It's not you, right? You're full of junk. this one will work. So what I want to do is, like I said, I went after several different items. So I went after the pincushion set. So I'm going to put them all in a line here when I get them. So you would have gloves, chest, there's your pants. Here I've got a syndicate helmet, and I got syndicate boots. So this lets me know that when I look at the next Landsraad activity, I kind of need to keep an eye out for pants, chest, and gloves for the syndicate suit. I don't think I picked up any of the Arakeen stuff yet, so still have to go get that. Excuse me, we'll put the weapons that we get and some of the other things in here. But yep, so I'm going to keep this chest right here, and we're going to fill this out, and once I get a full suit of anything, we'll make it. And then we'll be happy, and the world will rejoice, and things will be wonderful. Right? Makes sense to me. That's why we do what we do. Before we get too crazy, let's get back here. We'll drop off that spice sand that we have. That goes in here. Ba-doop. There we go. So the thopter's empty. We gotta get some fuel cells in her, but I don't think we're gonna take it. We're probably gonna take the assault from now on. And we're mainly doing that because we're going to be transporting a lot of materials out of the deep desert. And for that, we're also going to be using the monastery more than home base here. So, thank you for your service, little guy. But you know what? I'll tell you what we do need to do. How many do I have in here? Alright, so we're going to take one out. And I'm going to stick one in this just to remind me that there's an issue here. Kind of looks like I need to make more fuel cells. Alright, does this have anything in it? Got some silicone blocks. That goes to the deep desert. I'll show you why in just a second. Looks like we're good on fuel. We got got everything. So we're set to go. Let's fly. Of course we want that. So we're going to head straight towards that base. We're going to cut this stuff up right before we get too hot. And then we have to go here real quick and go to this, and we got to put this radiation suit back on. Just so we don't die because they fixed the issue, or the glitch, or whatever you want to call it, where you could fly through the radiation and wouldn't kill you when you were in a vehicle. For a company that's got fun in their name, Funcom sure doesn't let you have too much fun, do they? I wasn't paying attention. That's what I get for bad mouthing. Okay, so yes, we should have a much better... I should stop and get them. I don't really need to, but yeah. We should have a much better landing. Coming in here now. Still coming in a little hot. There we go. So, yep, we go in this way, and then we drop down, and we jump out. Life is great. Let's put regular clothes on again. Boop. Yep. And we'll just... You go up here. I can get filters. That's what I was supposed to do. Stupid. Okay, so the reason that we got silicone blocks is because, like I said, I need to make one of these. And I've got everything I need out in the deep desert, including the spice melange out there. I just ran out of silicone blocks. So we're going to bring that out. That'll let us be able to process the Stravidium, and then everything should be great. But I don't think I need to take anything else with me. We should be just fine. So, let's get a drink of water before we leave. Yeah, we're still way full up here. That's awesome. Alright, so we're going to drink. And then we'll fill containers, even though we didn't really use a whole lot. And let's get something producing here, right? Let's see, what can we make? You can do 318 ingots of that. We already have 188 in here. Or we can do 153 of this. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to key it up to do the 150. Just do them all. And we're down really low on water, but it'll be alright. There are worse things in the world. So this machine is working well. We will drop you into the buggy. Then we'll come back over here. Still haven't figured out how I want to do these boxes. I've got this one set up for jasmium. And then I've got this one set up for aluminum, but I don't have a lot in it because I just used a bunch. And then this one is my titanium. I've got Stravidium down in here. I don't know what's in this one. Nothing. And then this is just some generic supply stuff. And then this is base supplies. So, honestly, I think we'll just drop the stuff from the buggy in here. And this is what we cycle back. We'll come back and load that up. But I think I'm going to do the arranging or the angling a little bit better. So, like I said, when you look at the map, you see where we are. So close. Aluminum is all the way up in here. You have to go up through this area, and you'll find it all through here. So that's why a lot of people build bases up in this area, just to be able to get the aluminum. We end up having to hop in our buggy, and we go all the way over here, then we go around this way, and then we come around here, and then we come in here, and then go up, and then we collect our stuff, and then we go all the way back the whole time. I guess technically, if once we get the carry-all working, we could just fly that bad boy straight over. But there is also a better way, the deep desert. Since we are so close to the edge of the deep desert here, or the world map, we can get tons and tons of aluminum ore very quickly. This base excels at getting the jasmium crystals because we're down here by the radiation area, but it's very far away from aluminum unless you go to the deep desert. So we'll go to the deep desert, get our aluminum there, we'll process it into ingots, bring it back to the monastery base here, combine it with the jasmium, duraluminum for days. And as you can see here, we can make these transits way faster than the buggy trip was going all the way up to the Misa Taril and all that. Confirm. The issue I had with my last deep desert base out here was water. I could go out and get far more materials and the ores than I could the water to process them. So I was constantly throwing bodies in death stills and all right there, buddy. All right, man. You have yourself a good one. But yeah, that's what I ended up doing, was just constantly running out of water. So I kept cycling water back and forth, putting people in death stills, etc., etc. And I thought to myself, you know, I understand the concept. I know why I was doing it because, you know, I wanted to make tons and tons and tons of materials, and I did. But, boy, what a pain in the ass it was. So I put 4 wind traps, and that's the water. I did put a death still in here, 1. I'm not going to feed tons and tons of bodies to it. It's just, you know, I'll throw one in here and there and everywhere, but I'm not going crazy like I did before. I'm trying to keep this throttle down. So as you can see, we got 4 of each, 4 wind traps, and we got 4 of the turbines. And I'm pretty sure they're going to run for the full tour out here. I may have to do something with these guys come the weekend, but yeah, I put 5 in each one of these, and I filled these guys up to a full week. So this is good. We went a little bit smaller. Last time I spent so much time running around, it was crazy. Let's go out here and verify, make sure I'm not talking out of my butt here. Yeah, so I got 3 days and 23 hours. So 4 days. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't think I'm going to need to do anything with these. And they should all be... Oh, that's a 4-day one. They were all a little different from when we actually built them. But yeah, I got 4 days on these guys. And these have 5 days here. Plenty of time. So I shouldn't have to worry about anything upstairs. We got, of course, our T6 buggy out here who's having a little bit of a nervous breakdown right now, but he'll straighten himself out. See? Come on, buddy. There you go. He's okay. We got some big boxes. We got our big ore refinery, and then over here I just got tons of water and some generators. There's the desk still up there. Let's see, how much water do we have? We're completely full. 500,000. Rock and roll. Let's make some stuffs. So we will immediately go here, and we're going to come back to that in just a second. I think that's full. There we go. We're going to drop in this, and I guess we'll put you in here too. Why not? That way the thopter's empty. Okay. Another thing that I'm doing, and I'm kind of proud of myself about this, I'm not organizing these out. I just stick them in here and don't care. Just boom, 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 whatever. Get in there. I got stuff to do with them. Let's do this real quick. I don't have much space left downstairs, so we're going to put the fabricator. Sorry. Is it refinery? I don't have enough spice. Need to get some more spice melange. What am I got? 14. 20. That's terrible. Is that the half marks? Oh, I only need 4. I can make that. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll go make that. Not right now. Next time we go back to Hagga, we got to go to the main base and make 10 melange out of the medium refinery, and that way we can get this done and get it out of the way, because we are definitely backing up. We have no strontium fibers, but we have tons of this stuff. So, look at that. We're going to make 1,000 ingots, and that killed our ore. We're still really good on water. Those 4 traps put a decent amount in there. And that ingots, that aluminum, we're just going to end up taking it back to the monastery, and we'll finish making stuff out of it there. Probably shouldn't be getting titanium ore, but eventually it'll come in handy, right? Now, there is something else that I do. I do a very small route. This is the same base that I had 2 weeks ago. Same area. So, the ore deposits have changed a little bit, like the nodes. But, something that hasn't changed are these douchebags right here. So we go in here and kill them for the items that are inside. Aha! There he is. Looks like there's 2 of them. Got to be careful because... Oh, look at you. You're going to kill me, aren't you? No, you're not, bastard. And now he's going to become water. Oh, but like I was saying, you got to be careful because this guy, this one guy, he can shoot, what am I looking for? Drill shots at you. He's a tricksy little bastard. We're going to poison him, though. I was gonna say, dude, I'm about to be out in the actual deep desert here. There we go. Alright, so I don't really need any of that stuff, but we want the weapons parts. What we're really looking for is this. Not a whole lot of Solari. Really cool to get this much of the microfiber, and the EMF generators, they come in handy. That's the real key right there. It's one of the only places you can get these things without buying them, the thermoelectric coolers. Buying them from like Zoe at one of the trading posts. And there's just 2 dingleberries in here that you have to kill. We'll go ahead and take that since you're making me use them. But that appears to be it. There is another sandwich fiber, so we'll grab that. We are a little bit hurt, so let's go ahead and do this. And then we're going to take this guy. The reason we take them is... Oh, it looks like I drank some water too. Because we do, like I said, we do have a death still in our base, but we... Oh, good. But we aren't going crazy with it. This is where we get our bodies. Last time I was actually bringing 5 or 6 bodies every time I went from Hagga to... You're not going to challenge... Oh, of course, once I switch guns. It hurt? Oh my gosh, the gun doesn't load it. Alright. I can fight. I just usually choose not to. Alright, but yeah, we just got 3 bodies, and now we're going to come in here. I don't think there'll be another guy in here. There could be. What damn bushes. Same thing here. 3 coolers. Wow, that's good. We got a good haul here. This one has 2. I'm really happy with that. Cha. So we got a decent little amount of Solari. Those thermoelectric coolers, and then of course the EMF generator, sandwich fabric. But the point about it is that this was just on our way to doing something else, and that is awesome. Whenever you can just collect important items or valuable items just because you're going to do something else, great. Win-win. Oh, come on. Nope. We stopped too late. They said they're going to have hotkey buttons for these transitions from turret to drivers with the new patch. That's going to be sweet. to where you can just hit a button and go from one spot to the next. It's going to be awesome. Super happy about that. So the nodes changed because of the wipe. Like, this guy wasn't here and that wasn't there. But you know what? It took one little trip around the block here to get an idea of where we want to go. I don't think that I've taken the time to actually fill up completely. I'll just go do this. And, you know, we'll go out for a little bit and then we just head back whenever we feel like it. Plenty of power cells if we wanted them. Can't believe that. We almost tempted. Ah! Almost tempted to go back to Hagga just to get the stupid melange. Because every bit of strontium we've got is just piling up. And see these double ones here. Can't do anything with the titanium that we're getting. There's no benefit to swirling it around like that. It's just, dude, after so many times, this is boring as hell. How many times am I going to try to fill this thing with gas? Good. These hotkeys can't come soon enough. I was getting kind of cocky with my plastanium reserves. Like, dude, I got so much. It's so awesome. And, yeah, building that carryall. That's granite. Building that carryall has definitely put a dent into those supplies. So, we're not quite at the point that we can run our mouths. What I would like to have is, I would like to have a fully made, just not put together, I thought about this on having a box that has just a fully made, just needs to be assembled Mark 6 helicopter, ornithopter, and just have that in reserve so that in the event that something bad does happen, I can get myself back up in the air and rolling really soon, really quick. But then I also thought, you know what? Before we get a little that crazy, let's go ahead and make sure that the future updates here that are coming out very soon don't have, you know, use this material for the brand new Mark 7 items, which are going to be bigger, faster, and stronger. And then I'll be like, well, I guess I didn't need to make that. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and snag one of these. I don't think I need it, but I want it. Full 800 fuel cells, absolutely. So it's funny with the node change. The last time I was out here, this guy was here, and he decided to stay. So kudos to him. I will honor your resiliency by mining you. So the last time we were out here with our Mark 6 buggy, we drove it off a cliff and fell through the map. So we are much, much more cautious. We did get it replaced except for the cut array and the storage, which we had to make for ourselves. It's the price you pay for being stupid as far as I'm concerned. I was just content to get everything back. But yep, this is what we do out here now. Just thinking about maybe Saturday really hitting it hard in the deep desert. Dedicating the whole time, but I can't because we've got some more family stuff's happening. Something super excited. We're going to a convention on Saturday. And we might have plans for Sunday as well. I'm not sure yet, but even if I only do a couple days of usage out here, it's worth it. It makes things so much faster. And the results are great. I saw you hiding over here. We don't need no copper. And just like that, we're gonna head our make our way back. Oh my gosh. Might be missing something. Nope, just some copper here. Oh, look at that. There's some aluminum. So you can see we're actually filling up pretty well just on nonchalant driving around. We and we're just gonna head back. Could climb the rocks here and get extra stuff, but it's okay. This is one of the reasons why it was so messy in the storage boxes there. At this point, I'm not taking the time to organize it anymore. I'll organize this stuff when it comes out of the machines, but not when it goes in. So we run over here. We run over here. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same stuff. So we come over to the buggy. And we just drop this in here. Okay, that's almost full, and this is somewhat full. So we actually are going to have to run things a little bit more. Tell you what, we're going to take one of these guys out of here. We'll stick them in there just to clear space. Come on, man. Okay. Let's go up here, drop this full in. I think there's enough space. Sure is. And now we would walk away. But we're going to do something else. Something that, honestly, when I first started coming out here to the deep desert, the opportunity, or like, I don't want to say the opportunity, but I saw it and I thought to myself, what kind of idiot would come out here and do this? And it appears as though the answer is this kind. Because we are going to go out into the deep desert and leave the security of our shield walls in search of something. So, of course, we're going to keep our eyes open at any moment for spice. We see a spice bloom, hooray, we'll go grab it. We're not going to traverse outside of the PvE areas. Whatever little bit we could find, we find, you know? Do do. So what are we out here for? We're out here for flower sand. There is, under normal circumstances, no way I would come all the way out to the deep desert just to get some stinking flower sand. Like, for goodness sakes, dude, it's flower sand. This stuff is all over Hagga. The issue, though, now is with this new event thing that they've got coming out. Hagga's a freaking mess. It is a mess. You can't do anything. You can't take 2 steps. I actually tried to do this the other day. And literally, I would get maybe 3 or 4 shots off before a worm was coming. Now, the worms out here in the deep desert are A, much more predictable, and B, much better behaved. So we're actually out here in the deep desert collecting flower sand. I did harvest a ton of this stuff. You know, my base was right there where the field in Hagga Basin that had no threat of worms. So yeah, I got thousands and thousands of this stuff. And everything I've done so far has been with those supplies. And we are running low. Now, a couple things that should be mentioned. As you can see at the top of the screen there, I am, look at that, cool, very good. I am, of course, in the PvE zone, which means I cannot be attacked by my fellow players and killed it, which is true. They cannot shoot me with rockets or with their bullet. Well, they could shoot me, but it shall not do damage. Doesn't mean they can't mess with me. If they come down, say they could come down and land and put their shield on, that's going to start attracting worms. They could come down here and stick a thumper on something. So they could mess with me if they really, really wanted to. But, like I said, the worms here are so much more behaved than their Hagga counterparts. Alright, we'll let him calm down. Then we'll go back to it. This is another reason why we're going to definitely have to hello. I don't trust anyone. get airborne and see if we have a thumper or something that got placed. Just in case. But as you can see, we've got almost 2,000 flower sand for the most part while being left alone. Tell you what, we'll go over here. Very bizarre. Our little friend there. Just because they were a fellow Atreides does not mean they were. Nor does it mean they had good intentions. So we're just going to end up relocating. It's usually one of the best things to do if you end up out here in the deep desert, somebody approaches you. I have found that if you got a bad feeling about things, trust your feelings, vacate. It's a huge desert. There's plenty of places to go. You can go there. Unless you're in the same guild, no one's friendly. Good way to think about it. He might have actually been stopping to take a screenshot and put it up on Reddit or something. Be like, look at this idiot. Look at this idiot out here in the deep desert. Getting flower sand. Oh, I agree. I agree. This was never my intention to come out here and do this. But until that event goes away, this is the safest place. As you can see, look how long I'm here. Just harvesting away. No rush, no worries. You can go there. That's a nice spot too. Down in a little cuddle spot. And we'll do this until we either fill up the assault or until we see a spice bloom. For quite a long time, my deep desert server was friendly. And I use that term, you need to properly apply it. If you showed up and did dumb stuff, like if you came flying in and just started compacting in the midst of a guild running crawler or two, that's a quick way to make some enemies. But for the most part, there wasn't a whole lot of fighting. Then we had a couple individuals who, I don't know, just decided the peace was not to their liking. And they just run around and start trouble. So it's become not the happiest place on earth like it used to be. So I'm not all that thrilled. Ooh, we're going to break our compactor. Not all that thrilled about going further out and into the more dangerous but more profitable areas. At least not right now. I am content to mine the little bits that are on the shield wall. And I'll collect my harvest my flower sand here. Tell you what though, we definitely gotta go back to Hagga now. Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna stay here until we get full or a worm chases me away, and in this case the worm has chased me away. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of flower sand. Oh my. We're gonna do a bunch of flower sand harvesting while we're out here, just because Hagga is unsafe. I've seen comments and posts and videos where people are saying that, you know, take something like an old tier 3 or tier 4 vehicle, strip down to your underwear, and use a crappy compactor, just so in case you do lose everything, it doesn't hurt so much. It's craziness. I like the event. I'm not going to complain about it, but it's a little much. A little much now. Everything's dangerous, and those cannons just never stop shooting. A straight up altitude on this one. Oops, hurt myself. I don't think I quite have any space in here, by the way. Is there anything in this box? Not a thing. Let's see how much, I think I could fit a lot of this in there, actually. Yeah, we can. So, now we're kind of stuck, because I can't make anything with it. Because I don't have the proper refinery here. So we're going to have to head back. Yeah, I guess we can head back right now. I could click this over more, but I've already got 800, for God's sakes. That should be enough. But yep, so we made it the same basic layout, but a little bit smaller. I just put those pillars there because it didn't look right with the 4 things on top, hanging on just a unsupported floor. Doesn't matter. The game doesn't count that, but it just bothers me personally. But here we are. We could probably stop and grab some items on the way out if we really, really wanted to. But I don't. I don't. There were like 4 or 5 bases the last time I was out here. And now there's one. Me. I don't see anybody up in this section. I kind of chose this area because I figured everybody would either be center or the one on the far left. And it kind of looks like it paid off. I was actually really surprised that that other guy landed to look at us. I wonder if he was trying to kill us. Maybe he didn't know. I don't know why he just stood there. Menacingly. So under normal circumstances, we would go in this route right here, and that brings us 200 meters away from the monastery base. But since we need melange and we got to get it someplace else, we're going to go this way. Do, 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 do. So I was watching a video and reading up. Did I click the button? About the new update that's going to be coming out on the 10th. And some of the things that are in that, I think it's kind of neat that they have class specific, like Bene Gesserit, Sword Master, Mentat armor sets, which will give you a bonus. I think it was like 7, I think they said. Up to 7% cooldowns on your skills, which is kind of neat. Good idea. I don't really care too much about the new vehicle, whatever. I think people aren't using... Good Lord. I don't think people are using sand bikes as much as they want us to, but to be honest, I mean, sand bikes... What's going on? Dude, these assaults. Come on. Get some air. There we go. A little trouble getting her off the ground. Once we get off the ground, we're alright. But yeah, I think the issue is that there's just no utility with sand bikes. An ornithopter is incredible because you can fly around. You can go over things. You can do more of a straight line, and you're out of danger for the most part. So that's really awesome. Plus, you can traverse the maps. The reason you do a buggy is because you put that cutter array on there and a storage unit, and you can haul massive amounts of oh, hey, and easy, massive amounts of resources and items. Yeah. I do not harvest spice in an assault in Hagga, especially during the event, and especially one that shares a border with the sand, the flower sand. They get a little glitchy. You shoot the compactor round in and absolutely nothing happens, at least for that half of the field. So I'm content to watch that one fly past it. But yeah, the sand bikes, the only thing that they had going for them was speed, but ornithopters are faster. So making a new bike or a new, basically, you know, type of sand bike, I don't know what the point was, you know. It'd be like if they made another type of compactor that was absolutely no better than any of the other compactors we had. Like, what's the reasoning behind it? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. Will I build one? Probably, just because, like, I feel like I have to. But what am I gonna do with it? You know? I don't know. Let's see here. I don't know if I have any. I don't think I do. I might have melange in the monastery, but you know what? I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and make some here. Oh, I knew you were gonna cry. I knew it. I could sense it. I definitely don't have enough to make a large batch. Yep, we are completely out. That's what happens when you start making carrier parts and everything. But we should be able to make several batches here. Yeah, we can do 2 of them, which will give us at least 20. That'll be enough for us to make the machine we need. We can do 1. That'll give us the machine. Plus, I think we need 1 spice melange for filters, and we know we're low on that. So, I'm going to go ahead and turn the power on this thing. And we are going to craft 1 batch of spice, but it's going to take a while. I know. Come here. Come here, bud. So, yeah, it's going to take a little while. Once that's done, we're going to go out there. We're going to make ourselves a medium chemical factory. Chemical refinery. And we're going to start making some strontium fibers so we can start making some plastanium and get those boxes a little empty. Plus, when we're not doing that, we're going to be turning that silicone into silicone blocks and bringing that back as well. I got to see whether or not the... I think it's better to take blocks than it is water. Or than the flour sand itself. We'll test it and see. But, yep. There you go, folks. I'm actually going to call it a night here. Getting tired. He needs to go outside. We're close to our 2-hour mark. Why don't you say hi to everybody? Come up here. Come up here. He's not going to do it because he thinks I'm trying to talk him out of going outside. I'm not. I'm not. You don't want to jump up here, do you? Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. Don't be old. Come on. But if I had a cookie or something like that, you'd come flying up here, wouldn't you? Yeah, you would. All right, I'm gonna shut this down and we'll go outside. All right. That's a good boy. Yep. Okay, folks. Well, that's it for tonight. Oh, I'm thinking I might be back Saturday. Heck, I don't even know. Like I said, we're going to a convention, so that's during the day. And towards the evening, probably won't make it home in time to do that. And then, like I said, we might have plans for Sunday as well. So you may not see me again until Monday. But I'll have some great stories and a lot less money than I had before. So, thank you for tuning in and watching. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to try to answer them as I'm fighting with my dog. Yeah, thumbs up, like, subscribe, comments. They're all appreciated. But we are calling it a night here. So as always, folks, I will see you out there. Take care.